bought me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Some things, everything ain't for everybody. They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No, not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Oh, you put that thing on the woo!
So you see how we do it here on the Saturday. This is what it's about to be.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far, so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
She didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't?
I
I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Diddy's recent arrest has rocked the entertainment world, but what has got people talking are the shocking revelations about his a term he used for wild private parties that allegedly involved a list of celebrities, musicians, and influencers from across the globe.
Excuse me, I need the phones, guys. I need your phones. I need your phones. I need your phones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Quincy, I know you have two phones, Quincy. Oh, there you go. That's what I love. Yeah. Just Glow. So proud of you, Just Glow. Look at that. Got all the phones. Do I have everybody's phones?
So we got two cars. We got this car and the car over there. How would you like to?
Yeah, we can go get it when we finish. Yeah, I can.
So, with over 200 names potentially set to be exposed, it's clear these events were more than just rumors. The leaked details from insiders paint a jaw-dropping picture of what really went down. Sources claim Diddy went to great lengths to ensure that these gatherings were kept under wraps. High-profile guests signed NDAs, and security was tighter than a Hollywood red carpet event. Yet, the wild behavior that took place has been leaking out, and the world is finally seeing the extent of Diddy's underground empire. But before we dive into the full list of names, let's start with how Diddy's secret world began to go down. On September 16, 2024, federal authorities arrested Diddy in New York. The arrest was tied directly to allegations surrounding his secret parties, known as which were not only wild but apparently recorded by Diddy himself. It's reported that he used these tapes to maintain control over some of the biggest names in the industry, keeping their darkest moments as collateral. While it remains unclear how long Diddy has been sitting on this treasure trove of this footage, sources suggest these tapes go back decades and include footage of A-list celebrities engaging in activities that could ruin their public image. The recordings, allegedly hidden in vaults in multiple locations, include compromising videos of stars from music, TV, and film industry. The FBI has their hands on some of these tapes, which is why many celebrities who attended these parties are now running for cover. Some sources also claim that blackmail was Diddy's way of holding power over both friends and foes in Hollywood. Matter of fact, his arrest could be the beginning of the end for many high-profile figures. So, who exactly attended these notorious parties? Let's dive into the growing list of celebrities, many of whom are now under intense scrutiny.
You look in the ocean, you see two people floating.
Oh, shit.
You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the ocean, you see Ben Affleck, and you see Diddy. That's it!
So Jennifer Lopez is one of the most high-profile names being dragged into this scandal. Her past with Diddy has long been documented, especially their involvement in the nightclub incident back in 1999. While Jennifer managed to distance herself from that controversy, sources suggest that she may have been a regular at Diddy's wild parties. With her ongoing divorce from Ben Affleck making headlines, there's speculation that these revelations may have played a role in their separation. Some sources even claim that Jennifer could be featured in the tapes, but Jennifer isn't the only person. Usher, who lived with Diddy at the age of 13, has also found himself under the microscope. His connection to Diddy dates back to the early days of his career when he spent time around the music mogul's lavish lifestyle.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci.
Although Usher has never spoken in detail about his experiences with Diddy, his sudden move to delete 7,000 posts from his social media accounts has only fueled the speculation. Many folks believe that Usher's silence speaks volumes, especially as more names continue to surface in connection to Diddy's secret parties. Another major name tied to the scandal is Justin Bieber. Justin also spent significant time around Diddy as a young artist, and his history of hanging around the mogul's circle has raised questions. While he has been quiet about the arrest, his silence has only added to the growing list of celebrities distancing themselves from the situation. Given his past, many people are now looking back at his interactions with Diddy with new eyes.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
And these are just the tip of the iceberg. Even more shocking names are being connected to the scandal. Jay-Z, Ashton Kutcher, LeBron James, and Will Smith have also been spotted in Diddy's party videos, though it's important to note that their involvement in the remains unclear. While there is no evidence that they participated in any of the more extreme activities that took place, their presence at these events raises eyebrows. In the case of Jay-Z, rumors of his business dealings with Diddy have circulated for years, but now the focus has shifted to his potential involvement in these secretive gatherings. For Ashton Kutcher and LeBron James, their appearances in party videos could be nothing more than celebrity cameos at high-profile events. However, the media frenzy around Diddy's arrest has put everyone under the spotlight. Now, let's turn to some of the politicians who have been silent amidst the storm. The names Barack Obama and Kamala Harris are being whispered in connection with Diddy. His involvement in politics, especially with his support for Obama in the past and more recent outreach to Kamala Harris during her campaign, has led some to wonder if there's more to the story.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Yes, we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
While it's unlikely that these political figures were directly involved in any scandalous activity, the mention of their names in connection with Diddy is enough to stir public curiosity. Then there's Donald Trump, whose past interactions with Diddy are well documented. Trump has attended Diddy's birthday parties, and they've had multiple public engagements over the years. With Trump's name now being dragged into the conversation, some people are questioning whether his association with Diddy might have gone beyond friendly appearances. Again, there's no evidence linking Trump to any of Diddy's but his connection to the music mogul is one more layer in this rapidly growing web of scandal. But it's not just celebrities. Diddy's past relationships are now being revisited. One of the most high-profile victims to speak out against Diddy is Cassie Ventura, who filed a lawsuit that sent shockwaves through the industry. Cassie's accusations aren't just limited to emotional. She describes a cycle of physical violence and manipulation spanning years. Her lawsuit goes even further, alleging that Diddy controlled every aspect of her life, using surveillance footage to monitor her movements and push dominance over her. While Diddy did issue a public apology, calling his actions regretful without directly admitting to the abuse, the damage was already done. Cassie's bravery in coming forward opened the door for other victims who had long been silenced by fear of Diddy's powerful influence. Her lawsuit not only shed light on her own trauma, but also sparked a wave of other accusations, forcing many to reconsider the legacy of one of hip-hop's biggest moguls. But Cassie is far from the only victim. Joy Dickerson-Neal, Liza Gardner, and even a Jane Doe have stepped forward with equally horrific stories. These women describe a terrifying world of Diddy, often backed up by video evidence and chilling surveillance footage. One woman in particular detailed how she was forced to attend one of Diddy's where she was used without her consent and later woke up to find herself in a compromising situation she couldn't even recall. These allegations are now being supported by lawsuits filed under the Adult Survivors Act, which allows victims to bring legal action even years after the incidents happened. The number of claims being filed suggests that Diddy's world wasn't just a secretive one, it was a violent and exploitative one, hidden behind the glamour of celebrity. As the walls close in, Diddy faces not just legal consequences, but a full-on reckoning of his reputation. These brave individuals are speaking up, but they aren't alone. Beyond the victims stepping forward, the inner workings of Diddy's empire are also under scrutiny. One significant accusation comes from Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former associate who claims that he was forced to procure illegal substances and workers for Diddy's parties. Even more shocking, Jones alleges that Cuba Gooding Jr. was a frequent attendee at these parties, raising new questions about the actor's involvement in these illegal activities. The pressure on Jones to deliver not only substances but also vulnerable women for Diddy's added a disturbing layer of exploitation. As if this weren't enough, further allegations have surfaced involving Grace O'Marcaigh and Crystal McKinney, both of whom were present during a yacht party leased by Diddy. Their claims center around misconduct involving Diddy and his son Christian Combs. According to the allegations, what started as a casual gathering escalated into unwanted advances, leaving these women traumatized. The fact that Diddy's son might have been involved in these activities only deepens the scandal and suggests that this behavior may have been normalized within their family.
In the book, Porter allegedly recounts discovering and making copies of the tapes that Diddy made of himself having with young boys that he was managing, including an alleged tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went on to become a household name. Porter alleges that when she discovered those videotapes of Sean and his encounters in the bedroom in this vault, she made copies of them as protection for herself. Realized that this is a very dangerous situation. I'm going to make copies for protection for myself, and included it as a part of her plan to leave him. But the memoir says that when she watched back the tapes, she was so shocked because there were things, quote, some of the tapes had things I would have never expected. The parties are one thing, but the young boys, like the two hip hop stars formerly managed by Diddy and the then 18-year-old pop star, I would have never.
While the court cases unfold, social media has been ablaze with speculation. The arrests, coupled with the ongoing lawsuits, has sparked a wave of online theories and discussions around Diddy's parties. One viral thread claimed that Diddy had a black book of favors, which allowed him to blackmail powerful figures in Hollywood and the music industry. Other people suggest that many celebrities, fearing exposure, are now distancing themselves from Diddy, scrubbing old photos and posts that show any affiliation with him. Fans have been focused on analyzing old interviews and public appearances, looking for signs that these stars were aware of Diddy's darker side all along. But even as the people speculate, the victims are seeking justice in the courts.
Also new at 10 tonight, lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs are asking prosecutors to release the names of his accusers in his trafficking case. His legal team filed that request in a New York court today. They argue the hip-hop artist needs to know who his alleged victims are so he can adequately prepare for the trial. Prosecutors are not commenting on the request. Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges. His trial is now set to start in May.
As expected, Diddy's legal team has not stayed silent amid the growing number of lawsuits. While they've attempted to dismiss many of the cases, labeling them as nothing more than publicity stunts. His lawyers have argued that the timing of these lawsuits suggests that some of the plaintiffs are simply looking for a payout or attention. According to sources close to Diddy's camp, they claim that many of these accusations lack evidence and are based on incidents from years ago that can no longer be verified. Despite these efforts to get the lawsuits thrown out, the courts haven't been as quick to dismiss them. The gravity of the allegations mean that these cases will continue to play out in the public eye. Investigations are still ongoing and new details are surfacing regularly. Fans have been flooding social media with their thoughts, with one user commenting, "P. Diddy is the Epstein of hip-hop." Another person wrote, "Lil Wayne warned the public to never hang out with Diddy nor go to any of his parties." The best part was he said it straight to the camera with Diddy sitting right next beside him. And these fans might be right. With more people speaking out, more lawsuits being filed, and more evidence potentially coming to light, this is just beginning. But what's your take on this whole situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's all for today, and I will see you in the next video.